Hi boys and girls, this is reading lesson number 4. We're still on informational text. Today we have a magazine. This plant stinks. We're going to read through it together and then we're going to do the back of the magazine and we're going to do a paper with it. So informational text, this is real, true information. We're going to learn something about this very interesting plant here that has a label and it says corpse flower. Interesting. I don't know anything about it, so let's learn and see what we get. Remember that when we read these magazines, it's important to read all of the labels, all of the captions, all of the diagrams, all of the pictures, all of the bold words. Those are all the ways that the article teaches us information. So, this plant stinks. Oh, and here, if you look up real quick, you can see Biscuit sleeping while I teach you about this stinky plant. All right. Roses are red, tulips smell sweet. This giant plant stinks like old meat. This flower smells bad, and it's not the only one. Turn the page to learn about 3 gross plants. Interesting. Hey, I need another magnet. All right, title, World's Grossest Plants. And you'll see here these little green squiggles coming up. They often put those on trash. It means that something smells really bad. Or you might see it on a picture of a skunk. It shows that there's a bad smell. As you read, think about what helps each gross plant survive. So maybe there's a reason they smell so bad. Our world is full of incredible plants. Some of them smell wonderful. Some of them look beautiful. And some of them are just gross. We found 3 of the world's grossest plants. Learn all about them if you dare. There's a spelling word, dare, long A-R-E. Stinky plant, first subtitle. The Rafflesia, and then they show you how to sound it out. Rafflesia plant is big, red, bumpy, and stinky. It smells like rotten meat. That smell might sound gross to you, but not everyone feels that way. Some insects eat rotten meat. When they get a whiff of the Rafflesia, they think they're smelling a tasty meal. They crawl around on the flower and take a closer look, and then they get covered in dusty pollen. The insect flies away and carries the pollen to other Rafflesia plants. The pollen helps those plants make new seeds. One day those seeds will sprout, and more stinky Rafflesia plants will grow somewhere new. So this plant stinks so that it can pollinate and make more. Because you know how bees are pollinators? They go into a flower, they collect the pollen on their sticky legs, and then they go to another flower and they leave the pollen there, and then they go and drop pollen everywhere, and then more flowers grow. That's exactly what's happening here, except these insects are attracted to the plant because it smells like raw meat. Yuck. But it's doing a really good thing for nature. You'll see that they have the word pollen in bold because that's pretty important to why this plant smells. All right, next subtitle, slimy plant. Smell isn't the only gross way for plants to get what they need. Take a look at the Sierra Mix corn plant. It's up here. It looks like it has red, gooey red fingers growing out of it. Those slime-covered things are roots. The roots of most plants grow under the ground. They soak up nutrients from the soil. Nutrients are what living things need to stay healthy and strong. But the Sierra Mix grows its roots in the air instead of the ground. Its roots are covered in a thick slime called mucus. Mucus is also the snot inside your nose. It's called mucus. The mucus looks disgusting, but it has an important job. The mucus pulls nutrients right out of the air. The corn plant grows strong, healthy, and gross. Ew. There's a caption with the picture. This Sierra Mix uses slime to get nutrients from the air. So this is not a smelly plant. It's just a gross plant because it's covered in mucus or slimy snot stuff. But that slimy snot stuff called mucus is soaking up nutrients or vitamins from the air and then growing more plants. All right, let's read the next one. The third plant is called a toilet plant. This last plant might be the grossest one of all. It's called a pitcher plant. Pitcher plants grow in places where they can't get enough nutrients from the soil. So the pitcher plants get their nutrients in a totally disgusting way. The pitcher plant is shaped like a big cup. Animals sit on its edge to lick sweet nectar from the plant. While the animals are resting there, they use the plant as a toilet. They poop right in the cup. The poop is just what the pitcher plant needs. The plant breaks down the poop and gets plenty of nutrients, more vitamins to make more plants, and the animal gets a nice bathroom break. These plants may not smell sweet, they may not look pretty, but these 3 gross plants are amazing. The things that make them gross are exactly what they need to survive. So down here is a picture of the pitcher plant, and you can see the little cup there that the animals poop in. I know you're all laughing at home right now. 3rd gross plant, and it has a caption, "Excuse me, this tree shrew," see the little mouse, "is pooping in a pitcher plant." I hope you like the gross plants. Okay, so let's turn to the back. And it says science glossary. We've learned that a glossary is where they tell us what all of the words mean, kind of like a dictionary, except these are only the words that were in our story. So these are all of our bold words. They tell us mucus, that was the slimy snot stuff, nectar, nutrients, and pollen. So you're going to read those definitions again and check the pictures and then use those to answer the question. I do want you to write me something on the bottom. Which plant from the issue do you think is grossest? Use a word from this glossary in your answer. So tell me which of the plants you liked best, which one was the grossest. Remember, your choices are the Rafflesia, the Sierra mix that's slimy, and the pitcher plant that's a toilet. I have a feeling I know which one you're gonna pick. But tell me down here which one you like best, but you have to use one of these words. So tell me it's because of the mucus, tell me it's because of the nutrients it gets from the air, or if you tell me about the pitcher plant, you have to use the word nectar, because that's why the pitcher plant is interesting. All right, have fun.